Will Levis is a quarterback coming out of Kentucky. I've seen him projected inside the top 10 this year's draft. He's 6'3", 230 pounds, so he has good size. He does draw some comparison to Josh Allen. Will has a big arm. He can make tight window throws, easy thrower of the deep ball. You can see in this particular image, even with a man in his face, just with a flick of his wrist, has the arm strength, and in this case, the accuracy. We don't see that all the time out of him, to hit this deep out to the sideline. I question Will's awareness in the pocket, his field awareness in general, and his decision-making at times. 3rd and 2, we see him roll out to his right, have an opportunity to hit the back out of the backfield right there, and doesn't pull the trigger. Instead, pulls the football down. Watch it again. We mentioned earlier that for a lot of people, his pro comparison is Josh Allen. The problem is he's inconsistent, even more so than Allen was coming out of college. I don't think he's as special a runner as Josh was coming out of college, and he doesn't make enough of these sort of wow throws, although you see a pretty special throw right here. At times, he's just inexplicably inaccurate. You see a pretty horrible throw that turns into an interception here. Wide open receiver, and he throws 2 yards inside of him. He is a tough quarterback. He's willing to hang in and take a hit to deliver the football. I'm not sure he has great awareness of the pass rush. We'll look at that in a little bit. Something else I notice, in his drop, at times he's got very wide steps right there. You can see that. These steps should be short always, and they should be close to the ground. We want as little wasted movement as possible. The bigger the steps, the bigger probability of a loss of balance. He does a nice job coming off his first read. As his eyes go here, so does his front shoulder. That's good to see. But you can see he's off balance in terms of his footwork here. I don't think he has a sense of this rush. It's possible that this rusher gets a piece of him, causing this football to come up just a little bit short, even though it's a completion. Of his toughness here. Also, much better footwork. We talked about his base being wide earlier. When your base is as wide as his is at times, he cannot bring his hips through the throw. He cannot rotate his hips. You see here in his drop, he's got his feet much closer to shoulder width. Weight on his back foot. He's standing up tall. Gets that front foot down quickly. He's able to rotate his hips, even though he takes a big hit, and drive this ball on this comeback to the sidelines. Watch that again. Has a big arm, can really, really stretch the field, but I think he has limited pocket awareness, and I don't think he feels the rush particularly well. Here you see him underthrow, make the right read, but underthrow an open receiver. Steps away from the throw instead of into the throw and toward the throw. And again, he does not bring his hips through. You see him hold the ball. You see him taking big hits as a result. And as we see here, he really doesn't feel this pressure until it's too late. He's got great natural gifts. I think you can work on the mechanics. The part of his game I think that would concern me the most in terms of taking him high is his potential for turnovers due to his lack of pocket awareness, his tendency to hold the football. You see him lose, I think, 13 yards here just because he doesn't get rid of the football. And again, I'm not sure he feels the pressure from this side at all. He does read it in his face, but he needs to get rid of that football a lot sooner. I would not feel comfortable with the Ravens taking him in the top 10 for sure. The way it looks to me is that if the Ravens want a franchise quarterback in this year's draft, they're going to have to get into the top 3, probably where Arizona is. I think there's a path for them to do that if certain things go a certain way with Lamar. And I think that's something the Ravens would attempt to do.